Thank you so much for taking time today to share with me your experience of your Reiki experience and how Reiki has helped you in your life.
Thank you, Michelle, and thank you for taking this time for me also, because for me it's very important to let people know how good it was for me to have this uh, tool with me.
My first question, what was it like before you took my Reiki class?
Before Reiki, I used to do lots of meditations. It helped me a lot throughout the years. But at some point, I felt like I have some blockages that TM is not working enough. So I started exploring other practices. And so I did yoga, I did so many practices before. But when I started Reiki, I I I knew this is it. I knew that this is what I was searching for, and it really completely changed my perspective, and it was just a turning point for me.
What were you hoping to get out of the Reiki class when
You know, honestly, I did not know much about Reiki, and I
uh-huh,
wasn't really expecting too much.
uh-huh.
But and just when I started it, and with you, I'm so lucky that I had you as a teacher. And from the first 15 minutes, I felt this shift, and I felt this is something that I really wanted. I felt so calm, I felt so relaxed, and it was what I was really searching for with meditation. But sometimes I felt so many times that I might be doing something wrong, maybe the mantras, maybe I don't know. But with your class, in the class, I felt that there is nothing wrong that I can do with this practice.
Oh,
Even though I wasn't expecting much,
mhm.
but I started feeling the difference in the energy. I started feeling that, oh, I can use my hands for something. It's
Mm.
not only my mind that I have to just work on. It's also my hands that I can put somewhere in my on my body, and it will feel a big difference for me.
Mhm.
And I was really overwhelmed, and I felt like, is it true? Is it really happening, or is it just because this is something new? But when I left the class and I went home, I felt so happy. I felt so relaxed. I felt like, oh, I want to go back, you know? So it was really something. It wasn't boring. Usually, the first initial like meetings, usually it's boring. But in Reiki class, it was like, oh, I want more. I want I want to learn more. What can I do with my hands, with my energy? So it was really something uh, very like exceptional.
So what else have you noticed maybe by doing your Reiki self-care? Have you noticed like after you went home and you started to do the practice?
Well, Michelle, I've been anxious all my life
Mhm.
because I was born in Lebanon, which is a very beautiful country, but also we had wars and conflicts.
Mhm.
So I was anxious all my life, you know, like what will happen next, what the future would bring. So this anxiety sometimes was really too much that I used to get sick.
Oh.
And even with meditation, it was helping a lot. But at some point, I used to feel like I'm agitated. I'm not like calm enough. So what I noticed that from the first day of Reiki, I felt very calm, that anxiety was gone.
Wow.
And it was really something because I used to be very anxious, especially before sleeping, and I
Mhm.
used to have lots of problems sleeping. Uh, that night I slept so good that I was, my God, what happened to me? That would be my remedy for sleeping, because I used to struggle with sleeping.
Oh.
So, and everybody else noticed. like my family, the next day I was calling my mom. I was in New York and she was in Beirut, and she's like, my God, your voice is different. What happened? And I was telling her about that.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
Oh, that's amazing that they can just tell over the phone
And
how
that was
they feel.
from the first day. That was just the first class that we had
Oh,
together.
oh,
Yeah.
that's so amazing. In between Reiki 1 and Reiki 2 or after Reiki 2, how did your life shift? What changes have you noticed?
Yes. Well, you gave us so many tools to use, right? Like symbols, like so many things that we can use also on others. And what was really fascinating for me is that I could use Reiki for long distance. And back then, my grandmother, she was sick and she was in Beirut, and I was so fond of her. And I felt, my God, I can help her from a distance, and I can just, do this Reiki for her. And it was amazing because I used to call her, and she used to tell me that, are you praying for me? And I used to tell her, yes, I am praying for you. It's like, because it's been a while, I haven't felt good, that good. And it's like, is it like, when I talk about it right now, I feel so, now she passed away,
Mhm,
but she felt it. She
mhm.
felt it. And that was something that I will never forget.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I used to use it for my grandma too, who's in Japan, and yeah, it's such a nice way to connect with people in your life and be able to help them in a way
Yeah,
that's that's so gentle,
exactly.
and especially if you're far away from them.
The thing that I also noticed is that I feel more grounded, because when you're anxious and you're always thinking and you're always living in your thoughts, you cannot be grounded. Even with meditation, I couldn't reach this kind of feeling that I am grounded. I am really at ease. But with Reiki and with time practicing it, I felt like ease, and it's a very important feeling.
Mm,
It's especially when I came back from New York. It is stressful here to live here with all what happened,
mhm.
but I remained, calm, and it was just really thanks to Reiki.
What is your favorite part of Reiki?
I think that I don't have a favorite part because I love it all, like symbols, the five principles, the attunements that you used to do for us. It was amazing. So I think I love it like as a big package, the whole
Like
package.
all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What would be the main reason that you would recommend that Reiki class to other people? And I may say my
Uh,
Reiki class. What would be the main
oh,
reason you recommend my Reiki class to other people, maybe?
well, recommend your class, and specifically because I think they will get the most of it in so little time. We spent maybe total 4 days
Reiki one.
together in level 1 and level 2. But I felt like I had like so much knowledge and so much information and so much like things that it's like I have been for 1 month or 2 months taking the class. It was so like in a little time I had learned a lot. And this is because I repeat, because not every teacher can do that. So this is why I recommend you, and you know I recommend Reiki in general, but just for people to try to find the right master is very important.
Wow. Thank you for sharing everything you shared.
My pleasure. My pleasure.